welcome to our one player to look out for from each team in the Champions Trophy 25. Both of us, we have players who we don't know from each team, which we think is going to be lethal in the tournament. So without further ado, I think let's start off with one of the big guns, which is India.
Right.
So
Group A, let's
Abraz.
get Group A underway. All right, who have you picked, Sam? Who have you picked for Group
So
A?
so I think from India, one player who has not been playing much because of injuries, but is one of the key players for India, and I have on my radar is Mohammad Shami. So Mohammad Shami, he's gonna
Hmm.
be back for CT25. He's a game winner. He is a tournament player. He always performs when things get tough. I mean, we saw in the ODI World Cup, Mohammad Shami, he would have easily he would have cruised the top wicket taker. He missed games. I believe it was against Netherlands and Bangladesh. I think he missed. Those were the relatively easy games, as they say, but he took fifers against some big names.
Yeah, I like that pick. I like that pick especially because he's been out for a while, and it's gonna be interesting to see how he does when he comes back. Especially I know there's been talk of Bumrah and whether he's going to be playing or not. So I definitely think Shami is an interesting choice. Now I've taken a bit of a different route for my pick here from India, but I have picked none other than Yashasvi Jaiswal.
Yeah.
And the reason I've picked him is because he's a special player. The first time I ever saw him play was the Under 19 World Cup a few years ago, where he did phenomenal. Obviously, that was a 50 over tournament. But interestingly enough, he is yet to make his ODI debut for India. He didn't play in the last World Cup, obviously, but since then he's been doing brilliant in the tests, in the test arena for India, as well as in the T20s, the T20 internationals. But he was player of the tournament in that Under 19 World Cup when he played in the ODI format, and I think it'll be very interesting to see how he does, and it's gonna be very fun. I can't wait to see.
So there we go. So that's India settled. So Abraz, which team do you want to talk about next? I'll get
Let's
up to
stick
you.
with Group A, and I think let's talk about Bangladesh.
Not much to say in this team, I must say. Oh, so
Who's your pick?
my pick. So we'll go with me. Honestly, I think for Bangladesh, I have a feeling. Mustafizur Rahman, he might do good, mainly due to the type of pitches that they're gonna really play in. So I think that obviously you have that Dubai game, but beyond that, once we're really in Pakistan, I think that's where Mustafizur will really shine. He's been on and off with his form a bit, but however, he did have some shining moments in the IPL. This could be his tournament, mainly due to the track that he's really gonna play against, especially in Lahore, I believe.
That's an interesting pick because I've also gone with a fast bowler. Actually, I've picked Nahid Rana. He has the potential to be a generational bowler for Bangladesh. He's young, he's tall, he's quick, and it's something that Bangladesh in recent years have started to develop their fast bowlers. And Nahid Rana can go on to be someone who's definitely much adds on to that firepower that Bangladesh has with the ball. And speaking of conditions as well, he's in Pakistan. I think he did really well the last time he played there. Picked up 6 wickets in just 2 games in the test matches, and he did amazing in the West Indies as well. He picked up a fifer there. I think it's going to be exciting. I think he'll be a very key player that a lot of players and people might not be envisioning at the moment, but I think he has the ability to do something special when he's in Pakistan.
So I think let's move on to the hosts now, because they're also in Group A.
Right, of
So so
course.
so let's go with Pakistan, and the hosts. I will say two-third hosts because some games are not really played in Pakistan. So so who do you have, Abraz? Who's your pick in this Pakistan team?
Um, I've gone for their superstar young batsman that they found in Saeem Ayub. I think he's incredible. I think he really has a lot of firepower in him which I really enjoy watching. And sometimes, there's a complaint of Babar and Rizwan playing slow, as good as they are, but Saeem Ayub brings that aggression into that top order, which I really like. He hasn't particularly played a lot of ODIs, but he's got 3 centuries in just 9 games that he's played, which is really tremendous. And I think this is a tournament where he can really kick himself off, and prove that he's a player that is going to end up being one of the greats for this Pakistan team, like Babar and Rizwan have. But I'm really excited to see how he does in that top order. Moving on, Sam, what about you? Who
I
do
think
you have?
I think this player, he has been waiting for this. And that is Babar Azam. You know,
You've stuck with the
he,
old guns.
I've stuck with the old guns primarily because Pakistan is where he performs. If you watch the PSL, right, Babar Azam, he's been on fire in the PSL. He loves the local tracks. He loves playing in Multan. He loves playing in Lahore. I think, he's had his slumps, he's had his ups, he's had his downs, but this is his chance to shine. If there's any time where Babar Azam he's gonna do well, it's gonna be here. Mind you, I believe he's had 11 centuries in T20 cricket, and most of them were in Pakistan. So, even though this is ODI, that does transfer. That does transfer.
Oh, there you have it. That's the 3 Asian countries of Group A done. That leaves us with just one. New Zealand in Group A. Sam, who do you have as your star player for the
Uh,
Kiwis?
Honestly, the thing with New Zealand is that they haven't been playing ODI much, have they? I mean, Kane Williamson has not even played an ODI game last year, so I've been playing it safe. Honestly, I think it is gonna be Trent Bolt. He can swing the ball both ways, right? Especially with a new ball, it makes him a consistent wicket-taking threat. The theme that we've been just going on is these tracks really. If there is a bit of cracks, I think the ball's gonna skid well. It's gonna be to Trent Bolt's aid, and that's where New Zealand is really gonna shine through. So it's Trent Bolt.
Yeah, it's an interesting pick. You've stuck with the old guns again. I also picked a batsman for New Zealand, just like I did for Pakistan, and India, and I think it's going to be Will Young. And I think this is once again a player who is not looked at as much as people should be looking at him. He enjoys South Asian conditions. He's had an average, I know, of around 48 in Pakistan, which is impressive. He hasn't really played too much ODI cricket in the last year, like you said. So New Zealand just haven't been playing a lot of ODIs. But if you count a few years before that, like I think in the last few years, he's had an average of well above 40, 45-ish. So he's going to enjoy the tracks of Multan and Rawalpindi that'll have to offer for him. And I think he's one player who it could go either way for him, but for his sake and for New Zealand's sake, I hope this is a good tournament for him.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So I think that's Group A done. So let's shift gears to
We've
Group
got a
B.
few interesting picks there. I like that we've been picking different players. It's haven't really had any overlaps.
Yeah. That's always it's always good to see that two hosts thinking differently. So, but yeah, no, switching lanes to Group B. I think we should really start off with a team that every cricket fan minus fans of this nation fears, and that